All right, here we are. So night 3. I'm not going to be doing this every night, but I am gonna, you know, do it at least 3, maybe 4 nights a week when I don't have something necessarily going on with the rest of the guys. So here we are. I hope folks enjoy their time with me. I enjoy doing this. So welcome, folks. And tonight I'm going to be working on kind of hard to see, and my cameras are real fuzzy. I'm going to need to figure something out, but we'll go ahead and put him up here. Going to be working on a stormtrooper tonight. So here we are. Had a good day at work. Wasn't too horrible. Hope you all had good days today. Good mornings, good evenings, what have you. Got 2 viewers out there. Welcome. I posted the link to my my friends over at Rocky's War Room, seeing if any of them wanted to hop on and join and make it less awkward. Howdy, original Grognard, the OG. We have an outside cat that we've named OG. I'm calling him OG, kind of pushing it all together because we have one of our cats is a gray tabby that we found a year ago in January, and we call her Kara, but we also call her Gray because, well, she's gray. So this other gray cat who's been roaming around lately, we've started calling him Other Gray, or OG, and we've kind of pushed it all together now to make it OG. So there you have it. So original Grognard, you got a cat named after you. Nope. It's definitely a compliment. It's definitely a compliment. As you may or may not be aware, I am a very fond, I'm very fond of the feline kind. So I'm a sucker for cats. To the point where not only do I have the 4 inside cats, but we have 1 outside cat that I bring in when it gets really cold, and then we feed outside cats to the extent of, I don't know, a half dozen or more regularly. So, Ormond, if you want to cast dispersion upon my cat adoration, you can come on. You got the link. So as I said, I'm going to be working on this Stormtrooper tonight. I'm going to be using the Citadel Contrast Apothecary White. So I don't slather it on like you're supposed to use contrast paints, 1 thick coat or whatever it's called. But what I do is I put on 1 thin coat and then make sure that it gets into the creases and crevices like it's supposed to. And then go through and paint the gloves and paint the eye lenses, etc. and so forth. They're not, my Stormtroopers aren't great, but you know what? They look good from about 3 feet, and they look amazing on the table. So, anywho. So I guess my 2 viewers currently are the original Grognard and Mini Warmutt. Again, gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Maybe we'll get some more folks to hop on later. It's not going to be a real late night tonight. Probably going to go about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I've got something going with Matt later this evening that we may or may not end up showing live. I don't know. We'll definitely have more viewers over there. I'm sure of it. Because, well, Matt's good at dragging people online. The one drawback with the contrast paints is you've got to make sure that you shake the devil out of these things. If you see on, let's see, where are we? Let me find a good example here. So I can't tell if, I got to figure something out about this camera because it is just, anyway, maybe up here. See how it looks like it's a lot of sediment on there, here we go. You definitely want to make sure that you shake this enough that it starts to, that's the color in there. And you want to make sure that it no longer looks like that. See how it's starting to break up? You want to make sure that that's completely no longer sediment filled on the bottom to use it. So, okay, I'm going to do this. All right, got 3 viewers now. Welcome one and all. Is that a little bit better? Maybe? Yeah, that's a little better. That's a little better. All right. So for now, unless I get somebody else to show up, we'll go like this so y'all can see what I'm doing here. So again, I've got the Apothecary White. It's shook very well. I've got all the stuff out of it from the bottom. And I'm going to grab a number 3 brush, round trip brush, and dip it in and kind of go over it like this. Spread it out to where it's just a really fine coat on the main part. But like I said, get it down into those creases and crevices to kind of give that highlight, or not the highlight, but the shadows, as it were. So definitely is going to oh yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I actually need to fix that. It's supposed to be NotJay. There you go. Thank you, Devin. So, alrighty. So as yesterday was the Texas Independence Day, today was really, in Texas history, not that big of a deal. We don't really get back into a big deal until we get to March 6th, which is Saturday, which is the day the Alamo fell. So another point of interest on yesterday, and this is for those folks that live in northern Illinois and Wisconsin, where there and other places where there is a large number of Polish heritage, people of Polish heritage. It was Pulaski Day, or I believe that was the gentleman's name, Pulaski. And he was a soldier from Poland, what is now Poland, and he helped the United States during the American War of Independence to, train our troops and be better at shooting rifles and muskets and the whatnot. So I guess yesterday was his birthday, so they celebrate his birthday in places where there is a high level of people of Polish background, which Chicago, Northern Illinois, and Wisconsin definitely has a high concentration of those people. So there you have it. Happy Pulaski Day, I guess. So, y'all are out there watching. You're more than welcome to pipe in with something you'd like to talk about. I, of course, am working diligently on getting my stormtroopers done for my attack on the Tantive 4, because I'm hoping that we have recruits this year at Lee Summit High School in Lee Summit, Missouri, just outside of Kansas City. Hoping that that takes place, because I am definitely wanting to run a game of Fistful of Lead Galactic Heroes there. Stormtroopers versus Fleet Troopers. And then being able to have the corridors of the Tantive 4 filled with these guys, again using Fistful of Lead Galactic Heroes. I think it'll be fun. We shall see. Again, not. I've got I've got 2 full teams, 2 5-man teams of stormtroopers. I need to do another 5-man team, because I want to have 3 teams of stormtroopers plus Darth Vader, as well as at least 3 full teams of the rebel troopers. I've got 1 5-man team now. I'll be picking up more of them to paint up. They were actually pretty fun to paint, all in all. Everything, all things being equal, they were fun to paint. So, yeah. Some other things that are going on. Again, Friday night at Rocky's War Room is Forrest Harris from Knuckle Duster Games. His Kickstarter for Gunfighter Royale went very well, and he'll be on to talk about that. Then Saturday we have the Ramble. It is a Hex Encounter week at the War Room, so we will be talking with not only the OG, the original Grognard from Lock and Load Publishing, but also the owner, David Heath. he will also be joining us. We're very excited about that. And be on the lookout. Sunday, there may be a live game coming from the War Room. Maybe. We'll have to see how it goes, but there may be a game. So be on the lookout. And then next week starts Wiley Week at the War Room, where we do all things Fistful of Lead. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to get another game with the man himself, Jay Wiley. Maybe. Also, we might get to have him come on and see us on Saturday during the show. Maybe. It'd be fun to have him on. So, we're up to 3 viewers. Hello, 3 viewers. Alrighty. Ooh, medical droid just took a dive. That's okay. Doctor, heal thyself. So, just getting some miniatures out of the way. I've finally come up with a way I think I'm going to be able to effectively translate these guys. I'm going to create a plate that is going to have these be able to sit in them, and then that plate will be able to sit in to a plastic tote. And then that should be able to get me where I want to go with it. So hopefully that will work out for me. We will see. I will definitely keep everybody abreast of that. Right now I'm looking to see if I've got any more miniatures ready and primed and ready to go. And it doesn't look like it. So I'm going to jump in on priming up Mr. Cad Bane here. We're going to see how that goes for us while I wait for my Stormtrooper to do his thing. You know, he's going to kind of chill out here. Going to chillax. So, alrighty. We're about almost 18 minutes in. Like I said, tonight's not going to be a real long show, especially since it's just me and I'm just rambling here. Listening to my own voice, which, you know, I'm okay with. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. I would drive myself crazy if I had to listen to myself and didn't like the sound of my voice. So looking at one of the comments from the War Room group, and Warmutt says that he's comatose right now, watching Mr. Meow Mix on his live feed. Yeah, bring it, Puppy Chow. Oh. It has been nicer than most days recently. But I still haven't had a chance to actually, you know, sit down and prime anything. So I'm going to brush prime. I know, sacrilege, right? I know. But it gets the job done. And I think it'll do a nice job of getting him to where I can actually lay some color on him. So I'm not too scared about it. I think we'll be okay. You know, this guy here was primed in that fashion, and he turned out pretty good. He was primed in that fashion. He was primed in black, though. But although he was primed in black, his head was then painted white to give me the ability to do exactly, you know, what I did with him. So we'll see how it goes, and if it turns out to be a complete unmitigated disaster, then so be it. And we've got Matt. Hi, Matt. I guess we don't have Matt, so be that way.
Muted.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're back. How you doing, buddy?
All right.
Cool. Figured while I was waiting for us to do our thing later, I was going to hop on and do some painting.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
Cuckoo.
how was your day?
It was all right. It's okay.
Good.
I love
better
how your
than
paint cam is labeled NotJay.
What's that? Yeah, it was NotJay. It was NotJay before.
Oh, okay.
I fixed it.
NotJay. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, and Warmut's giving me shit about me being a cat person.
He's in a comatose state. You got to forgive him at least, this once.
Yeah, well, I think it's funny that he thought today was Thursday or something.
Yeah, that happens.
So, anyway.
It happens.
So I decided to dive in and started working on my CAD Bane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
your
I said,
CAD Bane, whatever that is.
One of my figures.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping that I'm not messing him up too badly. So,
he probably looks like Chit.
Probably so. But he'll get better.
Of course he will. Still trying to work out the logistics of this. I got the Forex maps up there.
Yeah.
It's going to work. It's just going to be more work.
Right.
You can see the chits and read them and everything, so that's good. I'm not painting or anything tonight.
It's okay. As long as you're being able to, kind of relax and you do you.
Not really, because I'm setting up for stuff. But yes.
Well, but you're doing something that you want to do, not something you have to do.
Well,
is my point.
Maybe that's what I want to do. I don't know. Learning about opportunity fire and things like that, and blah blah blah.
Yep.
I learned what extended range means.
Yeah, it's up to twice the actual range on the marker or on the token.
Well, extended range means that you can either fire at full effect into range, or you can fire double your range at
decreased value.
Halved. 50% of your inherent firepower. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a black box around the range.
Yep.
Super scripted firepower.
Alrighty, wiping the Gasland stuff off table and figure out a terrain layout for wastelands. Crap, need to write up some kind of scenario too. I too tired, weeping. Why?
That's Warmut.
Yep. I'm, for whatever reason, he is not going the way I had planned.
I'm sure he's fine. And by the way, he's been working on that Wasteland Warrior stuff for months now, so keeps getting distracted by buying things.
Yep.
Poor guy.
Don't know anything about that, do you?
Not at all. I've been there, done that. I literally have only bought World War II miniatures. That's it. That's all I bought.
Yep.
in the past like 2 months. I got a bunch of ACW if I get bored.
You got a crap ton of ACW if you get bored. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know what? I totally forgot to make a post for this for you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No, it isn't. It's not okay, NotJay. It's not okay.
I posted for myself in the Rocky's War Room group.
You did?
Yes.
Where?
Did it not go through?
Oh, the group, yeah. I'm talking about on the YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not working out. Okay, I'm going to set him aside before I get really, really angry with myself. He might go get a bath in 99% isopropyl alcohol.
There you go. I created another post for you.
It's called The Baddies, The Abandoned, and sounds cool. Yes, it does. Warmut, it does sound cool.
Is there anybody else on?
OG is watching, I think.
David, I recall that you said you wouldn't be on today. I still won't make it to your show, and 25 minutes are already gone. You didn't miss much, David.
No,
I wasn't here.
Shut up, you jackwagon.
I love what Wiley said about your post. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. I will admit I'm an attention whore.
Yeah, you are. Damn it.
But you know what?
If
we do these, aren't we all?
Yeah. Sort of.
I'm not wrong.
Figured out how spotting works. It's actually not as hard as I thought it would be.
That's good.
So if you
yes, Dave Hall, it is a thought that counts. Thank you for looking in.
If you did one of those, you're spotted.
Did one of what's?
Fire.
Oh, well, yeah.
That means you're spotted.
Look out there.
You know.
I saw a flash.
If you did one of those, you're spotted.
Hey, the wardrobe himself.
Where?
How you doing, sir?
Howdy.
Looks like he's sitting on his couch.
Yes, he is.
I wanted to get in on one of the action on one of these. It's been so I haven't been able to make the first two.
Yeah, it's such riveting entertainment.
2 cameras. Dang.
Yeah.
He's getting for real, isn't he?
What's the 2 cameras you got going there?
I got my iMac camera here.
Oh, okay, just right off the computer.
Yeah. And then my C92037 hike is right here.
Hut. Okay. Well, cool.
And how I run it is I've got 2 different browsers open. I've got Chrome and I've got Opera. And I've just, logged in on both. So
you can also do it via Chrome using an incognito tab for one of.
Oh yeah,
you sure can. Mm-hmm.
I might give that a shot because then it's.
I told him Todd, but he ignored me. It's fine.
You did not tell me that.
I sure shit did.
No, sure shit you didn't.
I said, hey, I was running both those cameras, and this was months ago, and I told you.
Oh shit! That was months ago. I have slept since then.
And an incognito tab,
dude. I have slept since then, and that doesn't count.
Yeah.
So, are you actually playing there, Matt? Are you setting it up? What are you doing?
Kind of setting it up. We might be playing tonight.
Oh, cool. Is it, the first scenario?
Yeah, it's the first scenario. By dawn's early light.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, we need the all I need from you, Todd, is just an introduction of each scenario. That's it. You don't have to re-record anything else. Just that.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you want all the data too? Do you think that's worth? I can never decide if that's worth having on there.
It is. Oh my God! Because what I did was as you were reading it, I took a screenshot of the scenario and then I boxed out the part you were reading and I shadowed it over you reading.
Oh, okay.
I overlaid it so people could see it. So it's very important.
Okay. I was a little bored reading it. So I was like, I don't know if people will find this interesting. So
Oh my God, it is so brilliant. And McMurray last night said that he wanted to kiss you. It was so great.
Oh, blush.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to drive a little.
So, Warm Up wants to know, even if you are a sniper, you can get spotted?
Snipers can be spotted if they fire, if they move.
Yeah.
But the snipers can't move. So,
but it's like you have to roll a 2, don't you, to spot them?
Basically, if you're in okay, so if you're in block terrain, it's a 3 or less. You get a +3 to that roll, or it's a 1, 2, it's a 1, 2 in degrading terrain. It's 1, 2, 3 in block terrain or something like that.
I don't know if you have to roll high or low.
You have to roll low.
Then it's probably the other way around. Blocking terrain
Maybe.
2 and terrain 3.
If you're spotting,
If you're spotting, you have to roll 3 or less into obstructing, 2 or less into block.
yeah, that's it.
And I'm going to guess that snipers always count blocking terrain.
What?
I would guess a sniper always counts as though they're in blocking terrain.
They're double the terrain modifier.
Well, for getting hit, but I'm talking about for spotting.
I
wonder if they're harder to spot.
They are.
I'm just asking. I don't know. But yeah, and you do get, what'd you say, double the defense?
Yeah, you get double the terrain modifier.
Yeah, good luck hitting them.
Yeah, the sniper, unless you go into melee with him, then he's automatically gone. So.
Yeah, the snipers are fun. Yeah. That's cool.
I want to go to the one map. The one map games will be a lot easier to film.
Yeah, sure.
This is kind of hard because it's hard to get the whole entire thing on this camera without losing
you can't see.
Yeah, I can direct it and move the screen, but I can't get the whole thing without.
So yeah, it'd be nice to be able to zoom in while you're at a certain part of the map.
So page 80.
Are you gonna film it
exactly this way?
Oh, okay, so you just do it.
There they are. Devin says snipers can be spotted, but shooting at them is really difficult. They double their terrain defense modifier. Yes, easier to run into their hex and melee them.
Yeah.
So
gotta get it. So you'll do it on StreamYard, but just make it a private stream?
I don't know. Because your intro needs to be played. So if we record it, I can get your intro in there, no problem. But
right,
I'd have to share video, and then everybody would have to mute themselves to do the intro, and it hasn't worked so far. So I have to degrade it down to 1080p, I think, in order for it to play properly.
So. All right then. Yeah, I need to go down and start painting. I gotta get some time in. I haven't done it this month yet.
Yeah, the sniper rolls 2d6 for its attack instead of 1d6.
That's right. That's another thing. And do you add them?
What?
You add them together, right?
Yeah.
Whereas, is it mortars roll 2 and you take the highest? Or am I thinking of a different game?
Ordnance, maybe. I don't know.
What's up, mortars? Okay, anyway, Devin's on. He'll tell us. It's been a while since I played. I need to crack him back open.
Okay, so snipers can be fired at like any other unit, but double their hex's terrain modifier up to a +8.
+8.
When rolling against incoming attacks from all units except mortars, WT artillery barrages, and enemy snipers.
Cool.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so you can
The
have
more you know.
mortars, weapons teams with artillery barrages, and enemy snipers can shoot at them. They don't get it against them, and they can stack. Snipers are NME, whatever that means, units. If during melee, all friendly MMCs and melee eligible single model counters in the same hex as a sniper are eliminated, the sniper is removed from play.
E.
Huh?
What did you call? What's the initial you called the sniper?
Hang on, I'm finding out what it means in the back in the glossary, my friend. I have it marked. NME.
Melee, maybe.
Non-melee eligible.
Oh, right. So if you go in against them, they're out. They can't initiate it. Yeah, that's cool. Cool. Snipers are fun. Most games.
I mean, they can be spotted, but I mean, honestly, just looking at the rules and reading through them and stuff, I think the only time really you would actually use spotting is strategically, like, because once you move or you fire, you're automatically spotted, so because you're going back and forth, if a unit's, you say, oh, I skip, and then it forces the other player to do something, and they do something, and you can immediately do an opportunity fire because they moved or they fired, and they're automatically spotted, like if they have any kind of counter.
Yeah, but that can change throughout the turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then each turn they have to be spotted again.
I'm starting to grasp my head around this stuff.
Yeah,
I made it harder than it had to be.
Yeah, I think that's kind of normal. I mean, for people to do, and it is. There's just all those little nuanced things, That's
well,
hard.
I mean, when you're reading it, you're reading every situation that can come up,
Right?
And when you're reading every little situation that come up, that like you're reading maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs that'll only come up like once in a blue moon, or not even in this game at all, in some other game, so you're just kind of reading everything.
Yeah, you really don't need to read everything.
And you don't really need to, exactly. But you said spotting, and that's gotten me intrigued to read it again. So, because I knew it, and then I was like, oh, okay, I forgot already.
You know how it is. You think you got it, and once you start playing, you can't remember a thing. Like, did I even read the rules? What you paying there? I assume Star Wars.
Yep.
No, it's Star Trek. He's switching it up.
Oh, yeah, I got Star Trek right here.
It says good order units can attempt to spot unspotted hexes to which they have a line of sight to. Medics and corpsmen, chaplains, nurses, and pipers cannot make spotting attempts. Spotting attempts are made by rolling 1d6. Here we go. Blocking terrain hexes are spotted with a 1d6 roll of 2 or less. Degrading terrain are spotted on a 1d6 roll of 3 or less. So I was close. And you can apply -1 if the spotting target is in a vehicle.
Yeah, I think I forget that. I don't ever spot vehicles because they're...
And it's +1 to the unit's die roll for every hex of degrading terrain its line of sight passes through. It's +1 if it passes through a silhouette artwork of degrading terrain that is in part of otherwise open hex. But in vehicles, passes through more than 2 hexes of degrading terrain or silhouettes of degrading terrain within 2 open hexes, it is blocked. But I mean, when I look at situations and I draw with a string or a line or a laser pointer, like if I were to put my sniper in this level 3 bell tower, and if somebody was out here in the open, and this right here would be degrading terrain. So if I draw a line from the center of this hex over to where his units are, right over here, there's no degrading terrain between here and there. And he's level 3. So I'd be able to fire at him. And this is all considered open on the roads.
Does degrading terrain affect spotting from or vision line of sight from up high?
That I don't know yet. That's a good question. I forgot to read about that. I was just going to ask Devin, I think. Oh, buildings and hills. Okay.
block, but it'll give you of a shadow. You can see over it.
Okay. Trace from the center dot to the firing unit's hex to the center dot of the target hex. Any silhouette, artwork, or blocking terrain crossed by the line of sight by LOS blocks it.
Yep.
Except otherwise noted.
So Warmutt,
Well, what about him?
he wants to know the history of Cad Bane. We're not going to go into the history of Cad Bane tonight.
Oh, for crying out loud. Go for it.
No, because I need to do some reading up and rewatching of episodes with him in it. He is a Duras. That is his race, his species. He's a Duras. His skin is blue. His eyes glow red. He is a bounty hunter that is on par with, at the time, Jango Fett during the Clone Wars.
His voice is kind of scratchier.
It's almost mechanical also.
Yeah, not scratchy. It's more mechanical.
Yeah. Really a cool sounding character.
For their species, or is that just
Him.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the species itself isn't like that.
Okay.
But he's a really cool character. Very much in line with a gunslinger style character. As you can see, he's got the wide brimmed hat, the long coat. Don't want to call it a duster because it's not a duster because it's made out of leather. And then the twin pistols. Very, very, very reminiscent of a gunslinger from the Wild West of the United States.
Cool.
So, well, I've been running for 42 minutes. Like I said, I'm going to cut this off here about 45. Don't have a real big following tonight like I've had the first couple of nights, and that's okay. You're not going to have a winner every night. I understand it's a Wednesday. It's probably bowling night somewhere, bowling or darts.
Bowling somewhere.
Yeah. So, for those that are watching live now, thank you for coming and joining me. Those that are watching later, leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Y'all got to hear kind of a back and forth of about the new game that Matt and I are going to be playing. Lock and Load Publishing Heroes of the Falklands with using the Lock and Load Tactical 5.1 rule set. Be on the lookout for seeing either live plays or video plays. So Matt and Todd, thank you for joining me this evening. Otherwise, it was going to be even more boring than it already was.
My pleasure.
So, you guys take care.
No problem, Bob.
I will. Thanks. And I will see y'all. I'll see y'all on the flip side.
Skittles.
Time for an intro for your NotJay live feed, eh? Yeah, well, I'll get something cranked together. It'll be kind of cool. So, yeah. And as Matt has had me starting to say, Skittles.
Ta-ta.
We'll see you the next time.